mark and adding a score. It's the Giants and the Commanders, and it's all up next.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Glad to be enjoying another week of football. And Charles, this is a contest that should make a former defender like yourself very happy, that's for sure, because we got a pair of top 5 defenses in the NFL squaring off. And opportunities to score, well, they figure to be extremely limited.
And partner, you know, my smile is wide because this is a lot of fun for a guy like me to watch, as you noted. And if there's something else that we both know that these teams take pride in, it's how well their defense have done to controlling games and putting them in a position to win. Something else they're proud of, though, how high they rank in the league. And they're trying to use this game to move up in those rankings and become the top defense in the league.
Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native. At quarterback, it's Baker Mayfield.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield on play action. Out to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
So here's Washington now in excellent field position to start things out. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. On first down, Russell looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the left side. Richardson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. To throw on 2nd down. Russell. And it's caught. 2nd catch for him today. And well done the first down.
People ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll run with Gibson. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. On third down, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here because maybe he just set.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And the Commanders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll try to run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Commanders have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Point after, right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From the 6. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And he stopped immediately there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield. This one caught left side by Cooper. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at him and defeated it on that play.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground. It's Richardson. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 99 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Throwing on first down. Russell being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. On second down, it's Richardson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Back to throw. Russell. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Looking to throw on second down. Russell throwing middle, and it's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. On third down, Russell. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand This is the amount you have. Make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A second down throw for Mayfield. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. From the gun, Mayfield. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the fumble recovery had them set up at ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's a second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. To throw on third down. Russell. Complete. Richardson has it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker try.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Richardson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. To throw on second down. Russell, complete. It's Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, this might very well have been four-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on third down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Russell. That one complete out to Dotson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped.
False start. Offense.
Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Griffith. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 38 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mayfield now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, it's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 10 more there and another 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Mayfield to throw it. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now a stoppage, and oh boy, we've got Mayfield shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So still 14 yards to go, second down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Giants on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw is Mills. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Second down, here's an option right. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mayfield. Here's Tony on the quick slant. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. On 2nd and inches, Mayfield. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Tress Way now as he's on to punt for New York. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell, and he fires one incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Russell. He will find Winslow. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this will remain an 11-point spread.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
It's Kadarius Toney and his New York Giants back out on offense.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Mayfield.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And that'll be off the crossbar and out and short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Here's Richardson to start the drive. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They'll run again with Richardson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Cowboys who are out in front. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who have the lead in that one at halftime. The Vikings looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Eagles get back above 500 as they move to 3-2 with the victory. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air.
Richardson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
Operating from the gun.
Russell. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. They go play action. Mayfield. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. That last throw, Charles, is going to move him past 32,942 yards passing for his career, and that surpasses the total of the Hall of Famer and a colleague of both of ours, Troy Aikman.
Yeah, played from 1989 to 2000, and Troy Aikman, he was about winning. Because remember, he had Michael Irvin to throw it to. We had Emmitt Smith to hand it to. Just imagine if he was throwing it the way they throw it around nowadays. His numbers, boy, would they be sky high.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. His throw incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Commanders' offense set to take over. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, but also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On 1st and 10, Russell. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now it's Richardson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. On the ground, here's Richardson again. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. On 2nd down now, it's Richardson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Russell able to connect with Dotson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. A gain of 22.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st down, Russell. He'll get this one complete to Winslow.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun. Russell got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. On 1st and Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be caught by Tony. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Richardson. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Washington on 3rd down.
They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught.
Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Even with a big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in. It's Richardson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Commanders are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. But this one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Takes it at the 7. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now. Mayfield on first down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete to Tony. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
And again, it's Mayfield. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Baker Mayfield, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Russell. Going right back to Dodson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
throwing on first down. Russell caught by Green on the out route. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Russell. This one caught by Winslow. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll look to throw again. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. On 3rd down, Russell. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now out come the Giants. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, Mayfield. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of the first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd down, it's Richardson.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
So it's Washington getting the victory here.
And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Commanders,
they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will move them back to 3-2.